Yes, sir. Geeks all over the globe, God. Welcome to a brand spanking new episode of Cause We Geeks. We encourage you to stay geek, man. Listen, the world might be in trouble, man, because of a certain movie. But listen, it is your boy Real. Got my cuz Will. PA in the building. You can't be laughing, man. It's a serious time, bro. Then of course we got Big J, man. You know what I'm saying?
I was not prepared, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I was not prepared for the intro.
Oh man, okay. Listen, y'all are into key content, man. Whether it be movies and television, do us a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Also, to everybody, hit them likes for us. Join us here every Tuesday evening, Saturday morning, as we get our geek on. Also, too, follow us on our other channel, Cause We Geek Clips, where we post all the shorter, condensed versions of the show on that channel. We still continue to try to grow that channel also, guys. So definitely could use your help with that too. All right, man. I was gonna talk about this one movie first, but I guess we're gonna talk about. Let's start off with the good, y'all. Start with the positive here, man. All right. So we're gonna talk about some Eyes of Wakanda. Watch your eyes, fellas. Check it out. Eyes of Wakanda. Got a little spoiler discussion about it, man. It just released. What did it come out? What's today? Well, last Thursday, Friday? No, last Friday. Came out Friday. Yeah. So we're gonna kind of give our our thoughts on it. But before we do that, y'all already know. Spoilers.
Spoilers.
Sir, listen, if you guys have not seen it yet, recommend y'all go see it. Come back. Let us know what y'all think. So until then, we're gonna be talking about Eyes of Wakanda. So quick rundown of the show. It is it's pretty much talking about the country of Wakanda throughout history. It's 4 episodes total. It focuses more on the war dogs of Wakanda, kind of different, but I guess we'll get to that here in a little bit. Leading up all the way to the point of the very first Black Panther movie. So, real quick, fellas, let me get y'all's opinion on this, man. Cuz, what you think about this show, man?
It was good. I we had quick mention. I definitely expected it to be a little bit different. Expected it to be more about the Black Panthers and going through time and how basically it helped how the Black Panther helped make Wakanda safe and how Wakanda has evolved over time, especially with all how human history has changed over time. So that's what I was expecting. But with the War Dog, it's pretty different. It's pretty cool. It's pretty different, especially because it interlinked them into some of the world events. Creed, Trojan War was pretty cool. Even had a little of the Asian history to where it actually pulled in the Iron Fist, which was pretty cool as well. So the fact that they started throwing hands, and showed the message, that's Iron Fist. It's like we actually got an Iron Fist, and they actually did very well with the Iron Fist as well. But yeah, just the storytelling was really good. But yeah, it was just unexpected just how it went. But going through the eyes of the War Dogs was very unique and get a better understanding of the War Dog history and essentially what like I said, it led up to the first Black Panther, but you could get an idea of why he did what he did when it comes to the War Dog. Just they were always outside of Wakanda and doing everything that Wakanda wanted to do. So it was a good storytelling to set up for the first Black Panther. What you got, Big J?
On mute, boy.
Whatever he said, it got to be really good. He looked serious.
No, I said first of all, I appreciated the animation style. It was unique. That's like almost like looking at a watercolor, moving a watercolor painting. I like the storytelling. I like I said, the connection to history and the different periods in history. I like the connection to the Trojan War with with the guy, was it Memnon? He
Uh,
was,
did you,
Achilles.
yeah,
Achilles and all them. Yeah,
Odysseus.
Odysseus.
but then and then when they moved into with the like I said with the Iron Fist and that third episode, and like I said, it was interesting. Also, the connections they made outside and how the War Dogs kind of you saw that once they went out, they didn't really fit back in with the Wakandan culture as much, and so they struggled being there. And like you saw, like even in the second one, he was like he'd been gone for 10 years looking for that one artifact, and he was kind of sad that he had to betray and kill his friend because he was doing his duty to Wakanda, but he wanted to just get back out in the field because he didn't want to be there because he didn't feel like he belonged anymore. You know, and they kind of showed like the sacrifice that they all made. I mean, you saw the first episode with the one going after the lion, the pirate. She lost an eye in that battle, and then she still didn't recover the artifacts herself, even though they did show back up in the room at the end. So they showed that eventually they went back and got all those pieces. But like I said, they all went through something different and they all sacrificed something. In the third one, the boy had fell in love kind of with the Iron Fist who saved him, and then he ended up having to betray her. So like I said, there was always something that you saw kind of that exchange there. So it was like I said, it was a good storytelling to me.
Which they be?
For me personally, at this point, man, Ryan Coogler can do no wrong.
Killing it.
It should be Kevin Feige, boom, and then right in that Ryan Coogler. That's it. Because what he produces, what he directs, what he touches is it's almost, I ain't gonna say it's flawless, but it's grade A work. So this particular movie series, I didn't necessarily know what to expect. So I'm with y'all. I didn't necessarily know how they was going to go about it. So when they went the War Dogs angle, it was just everything kind of mirrored something else. So when they seen this new the first lady, she was very reminiscent of Nakia, Lupita's character. Right. So like, I can fight. I can do. She was a badass fighter first and foremost.
Bro, took that whole squad out by herself.
Right. So, but she's like, I'm not doing Melage, but I'm still Wakanda 100%. So find something for me. So the fact that they did that, and then the lion, the lion guy, the lion person, he completely mirrored Killmonger and what he was trying to do. So it was just a lot of symbolism when it comes to that. And like Big J said, the way they are animated everything, to have a floating fortress in a sense, like that the palace was different ships linked in together and things like I haven't seen something like that. Like where did that come from? So that was pretty impressive to see. The fight scenes were great. The fact that they paid attention to detail, when they would fight, sometimes they will, like, instead of just focusing on one angle, they'll look at the villain. Like, you'll look through their first person point of view as the lady got away and things like that. It was just different things they were just throwing out there, and it was just very seamless. And that was just episode 1. But then I was like, are they making fun because his eyes were Wakanda, but Shorty lost an eye? So can she really see how I didn't know why they was going to finish that. But then I was like, then they're saying they picked up on the second episode, and I was like, oh, she's director such and such, and she's like director Fury, like Nick Fury with the one eye. I said, no, they not missing right now. I didn't like the black I forgot his Wakanda name, but I didn't like him crying over a white guy. I didn't like that. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I wasn't feeling that. Man, you got to get over that, man. You got to do what you got to do, and you did it correctly. But I
did it correctly.
I'm a big fan of Troy. That was when Brad Pitt, that particular
one of my favorite
story of that was great. So to see Marvel's take at it, and the fact that this is like just pretty much started to be a anthology series, like Marvel, why is this like one of the first times we're doing this? Like, come on, like you could have did it for Captain America, you could have did it for Bucky, you could have did it for so many people. Shout out to the fact that they're doing it for Wakanda, but like we want to see different things, and you can take this time to tie in little loose threads along the way, and we're going, if it's a good product, we're going to watch it. So they didn't even advertise this, and it's just like, boom, here you go. And the fact that it's as like I said, as streamlined as it is. So that the second one was great, the third one was great. Like Will said, the Iron Fist character was she damn near stole the show, and I was for every part of it. But they tied in Danny Rand's character. The way her fist was born was the exact same way his fist glowed in Netflix. So they was connecting strings here. So maybe if I see Danny Rand in the upcoming Netflix series some kind of way, I might give him a second shot because what they did for her in this particular Iron Fist thing. So I was cool with that. I didn't like the cat and mouse thing too much, but I get it. It was a change of pace when they upped it a couple thousand years or whatever. So I'm okay with that. And then the fourth one, and like I said, this was like what if? Like this the whole series of what if was in that one particular joint. And what if this person did this and there's all this. So the fact that they had that and she came back through the time travel, I was like, are they setting up for Black Panther 3 tease for what we might talk about? So it was just like it was just a lot of things that they were just tying together. So I'm truly appreciative of it. It flowed, it represented the culture very, very well. And I was happy for it.
Man, you broke it down. I gotta listen. Like I said, what Cuz said earlier, I did not. This is now kind of what I thought it would be. It's like I said, I liked it. It was very good. I just kind of thought that we would kind of see the different Black Panthers throughout time, because I feel like we didn't really highlight the Black Panther as much, even in the Black Panther, Wakanda Forever movie. So I kind of thought maybe they kind of like focus that attention back on Black Panther being the staple of Wakanda. And so, this was different. It still was good. The fact that the one thing you kind of mentioned, BA, when you talked about the Iron Fist, I would have really have loved to see Iron Fist go head to head with Black Panther. That's really what I wanted to see.
That's what I was expecting once I saw.
I thought that Black Panther at that time would have just came out like when they found out somebody was like on the in the country or whatever, all that, and they was trying to look for it and all that. I thought that maybe Black Panther would have showed up and had a fight with her or whatever. Because listen, she was holding back a little bit. She showed some of the power that she had as Iron Fist, but she was holding back a little bit, bro. I was kind of at first I was like, man, she gotta come on, like so what you could do or whatever. So then she started doing it when she hit the ground and everything just kind of like, I was like, okay, there we go, man. Like, yeah, like, but she was holding back for a certain reason because she was in love with that guy. Well, I don't know if they was in love, but she liked the guy.
For sure, have feelings.
Yeah, feelings. There you go. Yeah. So because he was kind of like still trying to stop them from getting to her and all that stuff. So y'all want to know what the Rotten Tomato meter is for this?
Yeah.
It started off at 100%. Right now it's at 93 for the critic
grade.
About right.
Better than zero. I'm not surprised.
Oh,
is that so true?
We're gonna get to that.
You know what? I'm upset.
I can't wait to get to it.
I'm upset with Rail anyway for making me even look at that foolishness.
Me too.
Listen, we're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it. But the IELTS score was a 70 on this, man.
You know what that is?
I'm trying not to go that way, Big J, but
it gotta be the. If it would have been like 80, 85,
it's half and half. The reason why I say it's half and half because it's a lot of podcasters and other people like us that's talking about it in a positive light. Before with Ironheart, like all of them was talking bad, and then goes with the regular audience. So even people that's actually watching it was like, "Yo, this is spectacular." So even they are saying it.
Like I said, it's I want to say a breath of fresh air, but we kind of seen this premise before. But it's well,
let me ask you a question, Rail. So how many times do you see where the audience score on Rotten Tomatoes is lower than the critic score?
So this is my thing, right? I've already said before, I always judge the movie the movie audience score a whole lot different because that stuff is actually verified. You can prove you actually went to go see it, right? With the audience on TV shows, it's very hard to verify that. So I think what BA was kind of alluding to, like people gonna have some bias built in or whatever, right? And I was trying not to go that way, but I think you kind of know where I didn't want to go with it. But The show, I don't know what
It's
people's
always there.
yeah, it definitely is. Especially we can't really enjoy ourselves in any type of space. But anyway, yeah, like I said, I usually ignore the audience when it comes to TV shows. I always focus pretty much on the critics, and the critics gave it a 93.
Yeah.
So
It's a great show.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Yeah,
We're I'm in the camp of getting Danny Rand a second chance. Once I heard that the writing and they didn't give him the full complement of what it was expected, at that point I will give him another chance at the Disney. I think it could be much better. I think it could
BJ,
be much better.
listen, BJ.
I
He
think
had
he
his
got
hands cut.
shortchanged.
They went. This is why Winter Bomb's not there no more. If you notice, they had two good shows out of all the different shows. You want to add all the seasons together, they had what 5 good seasons out of what? Because Luke Cage had 2, Jessica Jones had 3, Iron Fist had 2, and you add the rest of the other shows in there too. Like Winter Bomb completely messed that up. Do I need to bring up Inhumans to anybody?
Wait, was that Wonderbomb? I thought that was Ike Perlmutter.
That was when
That was
no,
Ike Perlmutter. Ike
no,
Perlmutter
that's
was in charge.
No, what Winter Bomb was over television because that's what around the time Winter Bomb and Kevin Feige were bumping heads.
That was Ike Perlmutter. Ike Perlmutter was one that was over the Inhumans. I know he did Inhumans for sure. That's why Kevin Feige
He the one that was over television.
Yeah, Ike Perlmutter was in charge of television. That's why
that's the one everybody don't like.
Correct.
Okay, my bad.
Winterbomb he's in charge of TV now. He just took over TV.
I'm sorry, my bad. You're right. My bad. Yeah. I apologize. Yeah, Winterbomb is over it now. You're right. Yeah, Palmer, that dude was, bruh. I remember Feige and them were going to do Inhumans, right? I remember they had dudes going to start casting folks and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Then out the blue, they completely axed it because the TV side ended up taking it before him, and that's when they came with the Inhuman show. And so, yeah, like that dude is, yeah. So, like I said, I knew how he was running the TV side. He was trash. So, I heard the stories and stuff behind the scenes with Iron Fist. I'm with Cuz. If you can get these guys, I seen what they did with Fantastic Four. You know what I'm saying? I seen them do what they did with Thunderbolts and all that. We are kind of confident what they're gonna do with Spider-Man coming up, bro. I give him a chance.
Well, only problem I got, Willow, with you talk about Danny Rand. The stories I heard from back in the days was that when all the other people were doing their choreography practice, they said he didn't do that. They said
no. They said that they did not do it in time, which is why the choreograph looks so stiff. Not good. Yeah, you know what I mean. On as far as his side, they said all that got messed up on the executive side, not his side.
Well, they said. See, what I heard was they said like the I forgot the female's name, the woman who played the Iron Fist in the show too. She shared the power. Mm-hmm. They said like she would show up in practice for like 6 hours a day, and they said he was
she's also a martial artist too. So
I thought he was gonna say something, but no, they said she wanted. They said that she actually took it serious. They said he would just walk on the day of and be like, "What am I doing?" And they said that's kind of why his stuff didn't look like it because he wasn't taking it serious. I'm talking from people who own the show. They said he didn't practice and put in the time.
Bro, I believe that aspect because I hated. I mean, pause in advance, but I expect Iron Fist to look a certain way as well, like cut up and all this other stuff. And
he was just
wasn't that. and moving like fluid.
Iron Fist, bro, like come on, here.
He looked like he sold insurance, man. That dude was not.
Couple things too.
Iron Fist, I'd say that.
Couple things. Couple things too. They rushed to the production out too. That's why it was not that great either. And so, like I said, with him, a lot of it was behind the scenes stuff that they did not have. They did not check. They thought that they were gonna catch the momentum of Daredevil, and it's like without Daredevil, that took time. Remember that show took a while to finally come out before they got everything going and stuff like that, which is why it was so good or whatever. And they had a showrunner who knew what the heck he was doing. They had 2 different showrunners on the show for between season 1 and season 2. They didn't have a clear direction on it. The CEO of the TV side of Marvel was trash. Like I said, he didn't listen to anybody's ideas on anything. Which, like I said, which is why he's out of there right now. Like they got rid of him real quick and made Kevin Feige over everything Marvel. And so, I mean, like I said, I would like to see Kevin Feige and them like he did with Daredevil, kind of get a chance on it, man, and see what he can do with it. So
yeah.
But let me see. Um, but you know what? So we talking about Wakanda. Let's get to this right here. BA kind of alluded to it right here. So check this out, y'all. Black Panther 3 will reportedly be a space and time travel movie. So according to Insider Divinity Seeker, Black Panther 3 will reportedly be a space and time travel movie. The story will follow Shuri investigating vibranium anomalies in Wakanda, faint echoes of past Panthers. The ideas circulating as already creating eternal excitement at Marvel Studios. What you think about this, BA?
Is this a Ryan Coogler production?
Yes.
It's gonna work. It's gonna work. You get the benefit of the doubt. I don't care what he said in that. It could have been something off the wall saying Bill Black Panther 3 is going to channel Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. And I'm like, I'm going to go watch it. So we're gonna give him his respect first and foremost. But like I said, in episode 4, they showed you, like, I mean, time travel ain't a foreign thing in Marvel. Like, it's, I mean,
Right.
it happened in Endgame. Like, people are time traveling like it's nothing now. So the fact that they're going to do it, it shouldn't be far fetched. So I mean, like I said, I can see it. Maybe they say certain things pop off, and then they're trying to rectify it and stuff like that. As long as it's not a heist movie, because we've seen that before. But if they're gonna do the space thing, like I said, if Ryan is ahead of it, I have no fear. I have no doubts. It's going to be an excellent movie.
What do you think, Cuz?
I mean, he ain't wrong. He's been knocking it out the park. I think this is going to end up being what we expected from Eyes of Wakanda as far as the Black Panthers and going through the time and stuff. I think this is what's going to be what we expected. But either way, yeah, I'm looking forward to it because it's Ryan Coogler. It's going to be interesting because the whole thing was that they're getting ready to shut down the multiverse saga. So I mean, this is like you going deep into the multiverse, going through time and space and stuff. So it's going to be interesting how they had this played out.
What you got, Big J?
I thought that. So I'm thinking that maybe going for that intergalactic Empire of Wakanda series that they did back around 2018. Because there was a run where they did that, where they showed like kind of into the future, and they had like a space empire, and it was like I think everybody's like on the ship, and but yeah, and they said that basically 2,000 years ago that they went into the future, and started intergalactic space exploration, and so it wasn't. It's not him just making it up and pulling it out of nowhere. It does exist in the comics.
Oh no. That's one thing you can't say about Ryan Coogler. He gonna do his homework.
Oh yeah. Oh, this was one of those Ta-Nehisi Coates. That's who did it. I remember. Okay, yeah, Ta-Nehisi Coates.
Yeah, Ta-Nehisi. Yeah. So he did that one too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's gonna be interesting.
Damn it, BA. You said Ryan Coogler. I was about to shoot. I was about to.
Let me say this first, real quick. So, like, and Will alluded to it in a sense. So, just imagine her, and it could be a transition some kind of way between her and somebody else. Maybe the Snowfall dude or whatever like that.
Okay. That's what you're going to do.
And then on top of that, you get to see what's his name, Bashanga, maybe somebody like that. You're going to see Bass. Like you might actually see like the tribal part of Wakanda and something. So instead of that little montage that we got in Black Panther 1 at the very beginning, you actually might see the actors, like the physical presence of them as she's going through talking to different Black Panthers along a timeline. So like it's like maybe they'll take some from Eyes of Wakanda, some from what I just said, or something like that, and then something extremely futuristic. And then boom, that's your movie. So with that being said, what's your thoughts?
You know what? You sold me. Okay, I got you. When you explain when you explain the going, like, because we already hearing the fact that they are talking about transitioning to the actual Black Panther coming up here, and like you said, that might be the best way. You go into the future, young T'Challa becomes an adult T'Challa in the future, right? She goes sometime in time and space or whatever and runs into him, and then he somehow becomes the Black Panther for this, timeline going forward or whatever. Now you know what? Now that you say that, you got me on board. I was sitting there thinking like, bro, we can't keep building around her. You got to actually have the Black Panther. We got to recast. We got to get to the recast, man. But if this is the way that they can do that, sign me up. Oh, you know what? Now that you said that too, BA, is Denzel gonna be a Black Panther in the future?
Or he might be one in the past.
Oh yeah, okay, or the past.
Yeah, he's gonna be one in the past. I bet.
Because I think they confirmed it again. He's gonna be in Black Panther 3.
Yeah, he might be Machine Gun.
Okay.
He'll be somebody in the past.
Okay, you know what?
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Y'all sold me. I changed my mind. You right. You gotta do better, Big J. So, you know what? I like it, man. I like it.
Yeah.
Right,
before we move off, real quick, I just want to shout out to Kevin Feige for watching us. There you
go. Right. Shout out to Kevin Feige, man. All right, man. Let's see what we got next, man. Let's get to this right here. So check it out. Superman is tracking to end his worldwide theatrical run with 640 to 680, beating Fantastic Four first steps. For the first time in 17 years, fellas, a DC movie will be the highest grossing comic book movie of the year. Warner Brothers having already declared Superman as financially successful, and a pseudo sequel is in the works. What do you think about this one, Big J?
I mean, like I said, it wasn't a bad movie, so it's not a shock. It's just one of those things where we have to see what. We got to see what if they're gonna keep it going. And like I said, I've been paying attention to the box office for both these movies right now, and I've been kind of wondering, as everybody's trying to analyze what's going on, what does it mean?
We're gonna talk about that in a minute. But go ahead. Yeah.
But so basically, I think with this one though is, I think he made a good movie. I think the people responded because once again, when have we had a good Superman movie since the Christopher Reeve ones? And I liked. See, there you go. Like I said, I was a fan of the Snyder stuff, but like I said, everybody wasn't a fan of the Superman because they thought it was too dark, too brooding and all that. So my thing is, I liked it, but like I said, it wasn't for everybody. This upbeat, hopeful, happy-go-lucky squirrel saving Superman is what they want to see, apparently. So that's what the people want,
I agree. What you think, Cuz?
Get the people what they want. It's surprising that it's gonna. I guess not really surprising that it's gonna be Fantastic Four because it is Superman. I just expected them both to actually be closer to $1 billion, at least like 3/4 or so. Well, it's primarily it's because I think it was 2 years ago where it was a string of just good movies. Between like it was like Twisters.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to I forgot what the run was, but it was a good like 3-4 movies.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. I can't remember it either. Yeah.
Yeah. But it was just rolling, and I figured that's what these would end up having because like you had the F1. Jurassic Park was it was a good Jurassic World was a good just Jurassic World movie for what it was. But you still had like your F1, and then you had your Superman, then you had the Fantastic Four. So I expected to just would have been stacking like that because like each of them have been getting good reviews. So I thought they would have ended up stacking to get closer to the $1 billion. But it's still great that they got on the plus side. On this been a financial success. So yeah, at this point, it's time to start stacking the wins. Had a good Creature Commandos. Then you had the good Superman movie. Next will be Peacemaker. Yeah, so it's starting to see how DC starts stacking the wins, and then it's what Marvel's going to have to do is just look at the reviews. Don't pay attention to the box office as much because that's what they would go heavy on is the box office. If the money's not there, then they will do it. But your last two movies have been well received. Box office isn't huge, but your critic and your moviegoers have really enjoyed the movies. So it's showing that, hey, the movies are great. So keep doing that. But maybe they just keep stacking. Calm things down and just keep stacking. That's all I can hope.
What up, BA? What you got?
We'll see what happens at the end of August. Like, he just went through a list of things, and he's 100% correct. There was a lot of movies in July. There was a lot of movies, and people had to pick. Some people had to pick and choose which ones they was going to see. Now that
Right.
that's out, now that summer plans, summer vacations, and things like that are coming to a close, we're going to see what happens in August, and then I like to see where it's tracking after that. So to me, I just want to like put it on pause until the end of August, and then we'll see which one actually maintain its status, at least close to it. So it's nice to hear that from Superman. Like they said, it was a great movie. So it should be like damn near number one when it comes to this genre. But Fantastic Four it ain't over yet. Like I think a lot of people still want to see it again. So I'll be interested to see what August does.
All right, man. Listen, I'm gonna say something, but let me throw this in here too. So Fantastic Four will end the box office run with 520 to 570 million, barely breaking even. Okay. Fantastic Four First Steps is expected to end its worldwide box office run with 520 to 570, barely breaking even. The film has already grossed 360 on the million on a budget of 200 million. It needs to cross the 600 to break even and be considered successful, with factoring in marketing and cinema costs. Um, Look, I was gonna ask y'all this because I was sitting there thinking about this today because I've been seeing a lot of people kind of giving their opinions on this. Like you could just said a minute ago, you had two different movies. I mean, Marvel had two movies that are loved by the critics and the audience, but just ain't making the money, right? Fantastic Four dropped 66% in the second weekend. I want to get y'all's opinion on this, man, because I'm confused on this. We saw the build up for both movies. Like I said, the audience and the critics love them. It has rewatchability. We've seen people post online, "Oh, I've seen this movie again 3 times or whatever, 4 times or whatever." But we're not getting it with the box office. So I kind of want to get y'all's opinion on this, man. What y'all think it could be? Because a lot of people are kind of blaming it on the fact that people are already programmed to think that, well, this movie is going to be on TV in the next 45 days. I could just wait. I've even had people tell me that, or I could just wait to, my uncle said, remember Josh, your dad said
Yeah,
he's just
he's
gonna
just
wait
wait.
till they hit, wait till they hit
Yeah,
TV
he
or
wants
whatever,
to see
right?
it, but he's just gonna wait till it comes out. Yeah.
So you know what I mean. So I just kind of want to get y'all's opinion on what y'all think is happening with these box office. Cause I'm not saying that both are gonna make $1 billion, but I'm thinking, damn, they're gonna be about 800. From what we heard and what we've seen, I'm thinking it's gonna be about 800 at least. You know what I'm saying, for both movies, they're gonna be neck and neck and all that. But then now we're both are barely hitting close to 600 or whatever. So I kind of want to get y'all opinion on this, man. What you think, Big J?
Well, so I'm looking at a few things. I think that we've seen that the movie industry fundamentally changed after the pandemic,
Right.
right? Because before that, how many billion-dollar movies have we had? Virtually every superhero movie was a billion-dollar movie.
Yeah.
Every blockbuster was considered a billion-dollar movie, and so ever since then, since I was just looking up, since 2020, we've only had Spider-Man: No Way Home, Top Gun: Maverick, Avatar: The Way of Water, Super Mario Brothers, Jurassic World Dominion, and Doctor Strange did not quite make a billion. It was like right around
It was close.
990. So
Mm-hmm.
those are the highest gross movies since. And like I said, so we've had in the last 5 years, what,
Wow.
5 movies hit a billion almost? Well, four movies hit a billion. And so it's not guaranteed that every time you drop a movie, it's going to be at a billion because, like you said, people got used to watching movies at home during the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that changed. And plus, studios were releasing same day movies too. And they also shortened the theater time because it used to be, it'd be like 3 months or so in theaters, and they went to 45 days, and then sometimes they went even shorter. And so they
Yep.
started cutting off their own stuff because they were cutting these deals on the back end on streaming, thinking, oh, we're gonna make our money on streaming. So they
Yep.
cut down from like a 2 to 3 month theater time to, like I said, a 45 day
45.
or shorter So you really cut yourself off by doing that. And like I said, so you're not going to have these billion-dollar movies because you don't give movies legs. You don't have time to let it run and get the second and third watches on those slow weekends. And so I think that's one of the biggest things. And like I said, a lot of people want to say the superhero fatigue, but I think the biggest thing is, like I said, the world changed in 2020. And the way we watched everything changed. And you got to look at it from that standpoint. Because before that, how many billion-dollar movies did just Marvel alone have, just back to back to back? Every year, it'd be $2 to $3 billion movies.
Yeah.
After that, we
Matter of
only had
fact, don't they? They didn't get to a point where they averaged a bill per
yeah.
movie.
Even
Like,
Captain Marvel made over $1 billion.
yeah,
Yeah.
So and
It
as
was
much
like
as people hated that
clockwork.
movie, but like I said, when I looked at the Rotten Tomatoes of like you said, the last movie, so Rotten Tomatoes on Superman as of right now is 83% tomato meter, 91% popcorn meter. If we look at Thunderbolts, it's 88% tomato meter, 93 popcorn meter, so it's higher. Same thing with Fantastic Four, it's 86 and 92. They're all both of them are higher than Superman, but Superman's gross more. I think because Superman's a fresh take they haven't seen, and because we think Man of Steel was recent, but that movie came out
10 years ago. Oh yeah,
12 years
12,
ago,
12
yeah.
years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they've been wanting to see something fresh. Marvel has been producing constant content, so I think everybody want to see like what is the first thing that he put out, you know, to see the new vision for DC on screen. But like I said, I think the Fantastic Four and I think Thunderbolts was both great movies. I tell you, I think Fantastic Four as a movie in and of itself was a tighter movie and was a better done movie to me than Superman. Superman kind of had some issues to me that they did a lot of exposition, which I'm not a big fan of in movies. Um, I think, like I said, all the stuff with the crawl and they do a lot of talking, but they don't show the action and the show the thing. Like I like the way it's Fantastic Four they were doing a little flashback, at the very beginning, but they showed all the battles that they had leading up to it. They showed the Pan Am building being taken by Mole Man and all that. They showed him fighting the ape. So there was action to say, okay, they've been here, they've been doing things, and you can see it. But like I said, so I don't think it was a bad movie, and I don't think it's fatigue because, like I said, we see the fans love it, the critics love it. I just think that, like I said, I think we're not being programmed of it'll be at home in a month. So why am I going to spend $100 for me and my 3 kids and to go see the
Yeah.
movie, and then add on popcorn and everything else when I can sit there and watch it for free at the house. I think that's what's killing them right now is that whole streaming mindset that everybody's in.
Yeah.
What you think, BA?
Man, I think maybe sometimes the overall look of Fantastic Four was just, it was a bit. I'm trying to find the right word. It wasn't It wasn't as jovial as Superman was. Right. It had a lot of deep thinking. Hell, Sue died in the movie. You know what I'm saying? So maybe you want to just make it a bit. I guess when they was filming it, like if they had any type of going back and changing anything, just maybe make it just a little bit like the Fantastic Four that had the sequel, like just a little bit more jokes in it, just a little bit more antics in it, especially from Johnny Storm. Johnny Storm was basically a solid, just a stiff character part. He wasn't necessarily the jokester that we kind of remember Johnny to be sometimes. So it was just like it was maybe a little bit that. And when you have that type of tone throughout the whole entire movie, in a sense, sometimes it's like, well, do I want to see that again? So maybe that's hitting some people. Big J said it as well. Like, yo, I gotta spend $100 twice. I gotta spend $150 twice because I got a family of 4 or 5. That's tough. That's tight. I seen it one time. I can wait for it to come back out. Or maybe, like I said before, maybe it was just the time that it came out, and you had a month of movies that came out. You had a lot of bangers that came out, and maybe they should have just waited until August. They knew what was coming out in August. Nothing's coming out in August. They could have just owned August, and it'd have been maybe a little bit different for them. But we'll see. It was a good movie all in all, and I just, like I said, let's just see what August does, and then we'll come back to that.
What you think, Cuz?
Yeah, they're right. The streaming has changed the world. Everyone, it's because just thinking about it, as soon as Big J was like, "Yeah, spend $100, go to the movies," I had to think about it. It's like, yeah, I spent about $70 on the tickets for me, wife, and kids, and then another 30 for snacks and popcorn. So it's a legit $100 just like off rip. And so yeah, to think that everyone like, especially the way the economy and everything is set up right now, not everybody can spend $100 like that, you know, especially on movies, and especially being able to do it multiple times in the same month and stuff like that. Like, yeah, it's things times are different, so they're going to have to adjust their expectations as far as the cost of it. But pay attention to that, folks love it. Like they enjoyed the movie, so don't take it as or don't make it seem disheartening. I hope they don't take it as a negative because it didn't hit the Billy, but take it as a positive that those who went to go see it absolutely loved it, and so that's what I'm hoping for. So, but it's still, yeah, streaming shorter theatrical run has changed it. I wonder if they're going to end up being like Formula One redrop this month for IMAX. Like I have to find it in IMAX to try to catch it again. But yeah, it's maybe they end up doing that at some point, doing like a drop, another drop just for I don't know award season or something like that.
Look, bro. Let me say some things here. Um, well, do y'all think that Marvel has lost its luster? You know what I mean? Like, because like I think Big J said, like every time he needs to drop stuff, and he was like close to a bill, no matter
Mhm.
what they drops. You know what I'm saying? Remember, Captain Marvel had to stip, some negative press towards it, because of some stuff that Brie Larson said, but still hit a bill, right? Like
Mhm.
they always hit that close to billion or whatever on all their projects. And I think people are starting to. I think it's starting to kind of lose its luster. But I was kind of wondering, do y'all think that it will get it back? Do y'all think that Avengers is going to suffer for this when it comes out? You know what I mean? Because we're not hearing the same you know,
Excitement.
uh, yeah, excitement as we used to, man, for these Avenger movies. Now it's just kind of like, oh, okay, they're coming out with an Avenger movie. Like, just let us know who's gonna be in it and what's gonna happen in the movie or whatever. So I don't know. There got some truth behind what you said, Big J. I understand what you're saying, but I kind of agree with BA now that I'm thinking about it. The tones were completely different between Superman and Fantastic Four. It felt more positive, more upbeat with Superman. I was reading something the other day, and they were talking about the effects of what Superman's movie did to society, as far as dogs, adoption and went up.
Oh wow.
Um, it was some other stuff that they had mentioned too, all because of the effects of the Superman movie, right? With Fantastic Four, I think maybe a lot of people felt like it maybe was just another Marvel movie. A lot of them probably felt like, well, dang, I can't watch that because I didn't do my homework. Which, some people actually feel that way. Let me give you a prime example. Will's cousin called me about a week ago because she said she went to go see Superman, and she didn't like. Well, okay, I'm gonna mention this too. But I'll tell you what she said. So she didn't like Superman because she didn't like Superman. She didn't want to watch Fantastic Four because she seen the trailers and she didn't think it was gonna be all that good. But the one thing she said was because it was too comic booky. Now I don't know if that's a cuss word now or what the case is, but that's what she said out of her own mouth.
About which
And
movie?
so, well, she said Superman's too comic booky, and then she kind of said that Fantastic Four looks like it's gonna be too comic booky. And I know we kind of talked about that as being a positive for us. We felt like you look like you reading a comic book and it's right, live and in living color in your face or whatever, right?
Mhm.
So I was wondering, do y'all think that maybe that's turning people off? Because listen, we didn't seen it go both ways, right? Pause. We saw them doing the whole dark thing, right? With the X-Men, Blade, Dark Knight, you know what I'm saying? Hell, even Man Steel was dark or whatever, right? And then now they're trying to add more humor and stuff like that, trying to add more lighthearted stuff like that. But then like we're still getting this stuff right here. It's like, so I'm just trying to figure out what is going to work for people to say, like, okay, let me go to the movies and watch this. Because now you got the dark, you didn't like that. They complained about the DCEU, I should say. And then now we got the light. You complained about, the light, as comic book accurate as possible. They complained about that too. So we would say that, BJ, you can say something.
No, I was just wondering, because like I said, my thing is I could understand if the reviews are bad, and like I said, even if because everything I've seen from other reviewers on, you know, YouTubers and other people who live and die on these things, they all just gave gushing reviews to all of them. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody loved Thunderbolts, everybody loved Superman, everybody loved for different reasons, But like I said, I think so. I don't think it's like the people are tired of the product because, like I said, it seems like they're kind of back with producing quality. It may be that people have just thought, oh, okay, well, this is going to be another one in bad movies. But like I said, if you keep seeing it, even the popcorn meters up and everybody's loving it, and you're getting positive reviews and you're getting positive, um, reviews by critics. I don't know why people wouldn't just go see it. Like I said, to me, except like I said, what BA said is, I did wonder about. Like I said, July you had the three movies back to back to back. You had the Dominion, then you had Superman, and you had Fantastic Four,
Right.
and it's like that's a
Everyone.
lot to drop at one time. They could have spaced that out and
Mhm.
did one movie a month maybe, and it would have been
But
better.
that's not the first time we've seen blockbuster movies roll back to back like that in a month. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't suffer. You know what I'm saying? I think it's just because, like I was saying, people are programmed different nowadays. Like you said, hey, why wait to see Superman when it's gonna come out on HBO Max next week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fantastic Four. If you're telling me the run's only gonna end up to about 500 to 520 to 570, then that tells me that's about to come out real soon.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And so, like, I know Cuz talking about just re-drop it out like they did F1. I shouldn't have to do that if matter of fact, are they going to two things? Are they going to start dropping the budget on these movies? Are they going to extend the window for times that the movies are in the movie theaters? Like, you kind of had an excuse around the pandemic when you did the 45-minute thing because a lot of people weren't going to the movie. So the best way for them to see that movie is we hurry and put it into your house, into your home or whatever. But now you don't have that excuse no more. Extend it back to like what BA says about 2 months again or whatever. Give these movies time to get legs. Y'all remember the first Avatar
Hmm.
made 70 million his first weekend, and that sucker stayed number one in the box office for like 10 weeks because it had time to get legs. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have time to get legs. This movie gonna be on what, Disney Plus tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like, give it time
Yeah.
to build his legs so it can make 700 million or whatever. Because like
So
you also said, this whole entire month there ain't no movies coming out. This is a perfect time for you to go see Superman again 5 more times, Fantastic Four 6 more times or whatever. But you know,
so I was gonna throw some out. I just looked up while we were talking. I looked up how long Endgame was in the theaters.
yeah. Oh
It
yeah,
was
how long is that in there?
from April 26th, 2019 to September 12th, 2019.
You see
So
what I'm saying?
Jesus.
yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
so you're
That's what
saying
I'm talking
that's what I'm
about. Like,
saying. So 5 months versus
Je-
45 days, and then you wonder why you're not making as much money in the theaters. I'm like, come on, man.
that's why a
Jesus.
lot of movies
You
between,
know,
like y'all
they
said,
actually
between
they re-released it too.
After that, but it was after that.
oh
But
yeah,
I'm talking
after
about
that, yeah.
the
You talking about
So
continuous.
they
that
had
actual release.
they had a 5 month run and then they re-released it.
Yeah,
But no,
Holy.
well, no. They didn't re-release it after the 5 months. That was like years down the
Oh,
line they re-released it or whatever. But
oh,
after it
okay. I
wasn't the
the
thought
number
that.
one movie anymore,
the
they released
original run was 5 months. And how
it. Yeah,
much did it make, BJ?
Jesus.
Damn near
two
3,000.
point
I mean 3 million. 3 billion.
2.799 billion.
2.799. So
Jesus.
See what I'm saying?
to go along with that, right? So I looked up Captain Marvel, right? We talked about that got $1 billion, right?
Hmm.
Also, you have to have a string of successes. You have to have a string of quality
Mhm.
movies in order for it to happen. So let's just say we cut off Brave New World. We axed that one. Okay, Thunderbolts. Okay, that was a start.
Out of my mind.
Fantastic Four. That was another start. If it can reach the 600 range, 600 million range, that's about a good movie
That's
for a
good
lot
one.
of for stretches in a sense. And then you
Right.
come with the Avengers. But let me run off what was in between Captain Marvel, like what was surrounding Captain Marvel. You had that year, or starting from that saga in a sense. You have Captain America Civil War.
Yeah.
Great movie, right? Doctor Strange, great movie. Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 2, great movie. Spider-Man Homecoming, great movie. Thor Ragnarok, great movie.
Damn.
Black Panther,
Okay.
of course, great movie. Infinity War, extremely great movie. Ant-Man and the Wasp, but but we cool. We're gonna watch it anyway. And then Captain Marvel. Look how many successes you had. And then Captain Marvel got squeezed in there. And then it was Endgame right after that. So people was like, oh, I'm gonna watch it anyway because it might have something to do with Endgame. So people was watching that regardless, in a sense, right? It got sandwiched in between the Avengers, Infinity War, and Endgame. So let's see that. Let's give it a second. Let's hope that it gets to 600 in a sense, and then let's see what Doomsday do. Doomsday got to be $1 billion, no doubt. We understand that. But if it does, so now you have Thunderbolts, good movie. Fantastic Four, great movie. Doomsday, or let's say Spider-Man comes out first, right?
Oh yeah.
Spider-Man might give you close to $1 billion. Boom, good. Now you have Doomsday, and then you have moving forward. Black Panther 3 gonna come out eventually and stuff. So they have to re-get their, I guess, their tread again and get the ball rolling. They gotta have the snowball effect. So, I'm not gonna poo-poo this particular report. Just give it some time, like you said. Give it some legs. Let it get running a little bit.
I agree, man. Yeah, I was just wondering that, man, because I was sitting there, like I said, I've been listening to some folks and stuff talking about it, and I was just kind of like I heard people different opinions on pretty much what Big J said is what a lot of people think too. Like I said, with the whole streaming thing, the movie gonna be out tomorrow. Don't worry about it. I've even heard people close to me and cuz say like, yeah, I'm not gonna watch it. The movie, I'm just gonna wait. It's gonna be back out next weekend. You know what I'm saying? So I hate that, bro. I guess because growing up, you know what I'm saying, we love the movies and stuff. I love going to the movies. Y'all know I'm an A-list member at AMC. That's how much I love going to the movies. And so, like, I want to see these movies succeed. But at the same time, I think Hollywood in general has to understand that the budget that you're spending on these movies is also hurting your project. Because if you kept the budget down, maybe it's hard to do. I doubt it because I've seen movies. I always use District 9 for example. That movie was made for under 50 million or whatever, and you saw the effects in that movie. It was great to the point that Kevin Feige. They said that Kevin Feige went and met with what movie was it? They said they met with them, just kind of get an idea how they did their effects so cheap and it be so good, like how they did it or what. I cannot remember who it was. That was in the news or whatever. And so, because I always use that example, it's like people act like for it to be so effect heavy, it's got to be 300 million. Not understanding that with that 300 million, that also hurts them and hurts us too, because that affects our what we're paying at the movie theaters. You used to be able to pay for $10 to go to a movie. Now that's something like you said, because you're taking the whole family. That's $800 right there. And so they got to get back to lowering the budget on these movies, man. But yeah, we still got stuff here. I know we kind of behind on time, but check this out, yo. Mr. Negative will not appear in Spider-Man Brand New Day. Says the only confirmed villain for the film is Scorpion, played by Michael Mando. So that's interesting. Like I said, I know people saw the tank with the with the symbol on it and all that stuff. So, cuz I guess that whole Sinister Six thing is out the window. Actually, I don't know. We'll see. We still don't know a lot about this movie. We see behind the scene stuff of like Spider-Man, but we don't really know what's going on yet. But what do you think about this though, cuz?
It's upsetting if he's not in it, cuz I just every time I think of Mr. Negative now, I just think of the video game, and the video game was fire. So I would just expect for them to be essentially in the same lane as that gangster trying to take over the city, and that's what I've been hoping for. But I mean, can't win them all. I think we'll win this one. I think he'll be in it. I think I'm still holding out hope, but the fact that it's still a grounded Spider-Man is a huge win. But I'm gonna hold out hope that he's gonna be in it.
All right, man. What you got, BA?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Yeah, what like did they give you a list? Like, not say you per se, but did they give us a list of who's going to be in it? So if I don't have a list of who's going to be in it, then don't tell me who's not going to be in it. In a sense, right? Like someone like that, you need effects and all this other stuff. You don't necessarily need. You might have a person in a suit and a person that the drone that's flying by won't realize that that's who that is. In a sense, so I'm not buying it. They need a villain where as though that's tough enough to make you question if Spider-Man can pull this out. Pause. So nah, I don't. Scorpion ain't it. To guarantee that. I can guarantee Scorpion is not it. I don't care if he got a green suit or purple suit or whatever suit that he chooses. He not it.
Spider-Man
So
Paul.
they gonna need somebody to hold down the main villain part, even because they're not gonna make a Spider-Man versus the Hulk the whole entire movie. We know that. They
Right.
just said that he might be in 1 or 2 scenes. So he's not gonna be like that guy. So you're gonna have to give me somebody other than Scorpion. We're talking about Scorpion. I already dealt with the Vulture. You gonna give me Scorpion? Like, what we doing? No, we're not doing that. I don't
Oh,
care
matter
how
of fact, my
ground.
bad. My bad. I forgot to. They said the inner demons aren't going to be in there either. But I saw the symbol though. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of with you now, BA. Yeah, I'm kind of with you. That doesn't make any sense.
No,
But I mean, I don't know. What you think, BJ?
I don't think it's so. I've seen it. Everybody's been saying that there's only one scoopster that came out and said he's not in the movie, and that was I forgot. I guess who it was, the Cosmic Circus. But other than that,
Yeah,
everybody else was saying because that was the only reason they could justify the Hulk being in there and turning back to Savage Hulk. They were saying they believe Mr. Negative, who
yeah.
touched him and released that negative energy and caused him to freak out. So none of the rest of that makes any sense because if you take him out, because we already know that Tombstone's supposed to be in there, correct? We've heard that. I've heard that from multiple sources.
I heard rumors. I haven't heard anything concrete yet. You know what? The only thing we have not heard concrete is who the bad guys are, other than Scorpion. That's the only part we heard that was concrete gonna be in there, bad guy wise. But go ahead.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like I've heard from too many sources, too many people who are supposed to be in the movie who are already cast are supposed to be in, as far as characters, not lockdown casting. But that's why I don't believe if one person comes out and says, "Oh, this is definitely not going to be in the movie," because a lot of times people just like to say stuff so they can be the first one in case they're right.
Yep.
They can go back and say
Yep.
3 months later, "See, I told y'all." You know what I mean? And so that's what a lot of these scoopsters will just throw out stuff.
Facts. You 1,000,000% right. I hate that too. It's like everybody want to be first, don't want to be right. Just let's try take your time and get it right, man. Because now you're gonna be out here misleading folks. Because then you're gonna have folks gonna go to the movie like, man, I thought you said what's name was in here. You know what I'm saying? So or wasn't in here or whatever. No, I agree. Because now like I said, what BA just said, the fact that we saw the symbol on that truck. If you're telling me the inner demons are not in there and Mr. Negative is not in there, then where that symbol come from? You can't say the symbol not in the movie. We saw it on multiple pictures, but behind the scenes. Yeah, on the tank. We saw that. So where does that come from then? I'm confused. It's literally the symbol from the comics. So it's like you have a Spider-Man symbol on there. Like, well, no, Spider-Man not going to be in here. We see the symbol, though.
Somebody did say they thought that was supposed to be one of the potential new versions of the Punisher symbol, is what they were trying to say, which I'm like, yeah, I heard that today, that they were saying that could be the new version of the Punisher symbol that Marvel tried to put out a couple years ago before the fans revolted and was like, no, that ain't the Punisher.
The one where the skull got the tusk on it or whatever looking. Nah, I don't think that's
nah. And it was red.
It was red. It looked just like the Inner Demons. Their mask they wear and all that. It looked just like that, bro.
That's all I'm saying. That's what they said. That's what I was told. That somebody said.
Hey, I go say. Now what I'm about to say. No, I mean,
he threw you off.
Nah, I'm with y'all. Yeah, it threw me off. No, I agree with y'all, man. I don't think that. I think he's gonna be in there because, like you said too, like I've said it before. Now, depending on how they portray Scorpion. Scorpion is like a muscle. Like you need somebody who's like the brains of the operation, and Mr. Negative is definitely the brains of the operation type of guy. So yeah, it's gonna definitely be somebody else in here pulling the strings and stuff, and not just gonna be Scorpion. So. But we'll see. Speaking of Scorpion, fellas. So it says Scorpion will wear a comic accurate suit in Spider-Man Brand New Day. We talking about this right here on the right. Are y'all cool with that? What you think, Big J?
I mean, the toy, I don't know, man. That toy doesn't look that threatening. But I mean, we'll see how they pull it off. Like, I was gonna say, have you seen the new pictures of the video that came out today where they were showing Tom Holland doing actual live swinging and stuff?
Yeah.
So I mean, and his suit looks more comic accurate. They were showing him in the suit and everything, and looks good. But I don't know. I heard about the Scorpion today too. I don't know. I don't know if that, like I said, if he looks like that, I would be like, yeah, that looks silly. But
Oh, you know what else I forgot to tell y'all?
what's that?
About this. So remember we talked about in the last show about it's going to literally be a year away. Everybody's kind of like nervous and wondering like, are they going to push it back? So Sony and Marvel came out and said they're not pushing the movie back. They are staying on that July 31st date. And they already had one day of shooting where they didn't shoot because of weather. I'm just saying, bro. Like,
They got it. They're the professionals.
Okay. I pray to God you're right, bro. It just got me nervous. I know a lot of people nervous right now that it's literally coming out exactly a year.
Well,
and
remember what I told you though. Sony has they have that contractual deadline. If they don't hit certain dates, they lose the rights. So it may be that they don't have the option to push it back anymore. Now they one of the things they have to start production by a certain time, and then have to release the film by a certain time. If they don't do either one of those things, then the rights revert back to Disney. So I'd have to look and see what the date is, but I think it's like they have to start production like 3 years from the date of the last movie, and I think they have to release within 5 years from the date of the last movie. Otherwise, they lose the rights. And so I think they're right up against that deadline. If they push it, they can't. That's why I don't think they can push it back, or they lose it.
This might be why they're doing a lot of practical effects too, so they don't have to do as much
Mm-hmm.
CGI stuff. Yeah, because that's making me nervous, bro. Because more and more people are talking about it too. And I'm like, damn, we were just talking about it the other day. It's like, yo, it's exactly a year, and people are saying like, are they gonna push it back and all that? Because originally, they were supposed to be Spider-Man was supposed to be between Doomsday and Secret Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's in front of Secret Wars and Doomsday, and now they're saying that that's where they want to be at. So the only thing they could do is push it up. You know what I'm saying? Because it's kind of like right, not it was like what was it 6 months, less than 6 months away from Doomsday or whatever like that.
Yeah.
So okay, I pray this man. I pray this movie is good, man. But what you think though, BA?
It's the one thing that I guess piggyback off what y'all saying. They don't need that much advertising for. It's Spider-Man.
No. They already advertising right now as they filming.
So they don't need too much. They just gotta get it done in a sense. So I think I believe they can squeeze it together. But you have to give somebody gonna have to take resources away from Doomsday. That's the problem. These resources has to go to Spider-Man to finish that, and then go back and spin back off into Doomsday. So the production, whoever, the animation, the CGI, somebody. They're gonna have to focus on this particular movie, but if they're gonna do that, then I'm all for it. But going to Scorpion, like I said, I don't care. He can have this on. He can be the blue accents. He can have the purple accents. He can have whatever accents he want. As long as he's the main villain, that's all I care about.
What you think, cuz?
They're like the perfect. They're like the perfect suit to catch some hands. So he gonna catch all these hands. It don't matter.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how how that's going. Because I know how he looked in what was it Neighborhood Spider-Man, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man that came out. He looked a little different on that. If they're talking about him being more like the comic book accurate, which we see that now from these Superman, we see that from Fantastic Four. They're starting to go more comic book accurate on some of this stuff. So I'm really not surprised that they're going that route or whatever. But speaking of Spider-Man, y'all, check this out. Brand New Day is said to have a darker tone similar to Amazing Spider-Man 2. Says Daniel RPK says Spider-Man Brand New Day will have a darker tone, reportedly similar to Spider-Man 2 and inspired by Craven's Last Hunt comics storyline. Okay. What you think about this one, BA?
Somebody gonna die. Somebody gonna go. I don't know who.
You know what? Somebody got to go.
Somebody got to go. So, and it's gonna be epic, by the way. If they compare it to Amazing Spider-Man 2 and how Gwen died, like that was tragic. Like that was that movie, right? When he shot the web and bip. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I mean, that's right here. I can see it right now in my eyes, like right now as I'm thinking about it. That was tragic in that particular movie. So Somebody got to go. Hopefully it's not somebody that we care about too much, but shoot, hopefully it ain't Zendaya. I mean, she had a scare.
When you said that, I thought that I
She had a
was like,
scare the last one. Now, I'm just saying, she might be on borrowed time. Somebody, it might even be your boy. You know what I'm saying? You know, it might be Ned or whatever. Somebody gone. And I'm here for it. Is that morbid? I ain't trying to be too.
It
is. Somebody gonna die. I'm looking forward to it.
Can't wait somebody die.
I'm here for it.
That's all I got. I'm here for it.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be something tragic on the lines of Gwen not being caught in time, because like they had the whole. Even in the No Way Home, like that was his redemption when he caught MJ. So for this one, like the very next movie, now it's going to be rough for him because it's going to be back-to-back movies that he's lost someone, and this is going to be rough. Like if he, depending on who he lose, like I think either way it's going to be rough because he's going to lose someone, but like it's levels to it. But yeah, back-to-back movies that he ended up losing someone. It's gonna be interesting how they roll with it. But yeah, I think somebody gonna catch an L.
Let's get the opinion of the guy who's gonna be bringing tissues to the movies. What up, Big J?
I think we're gonna probably see Ned. I think it's gonna be a Ned situation.
I knew you were gonna say that, bro. You just don't want Ned to be in the movie. That's all.
Nah.
But no, you think it's gonna be Ned?
I think so. I mean he's gonna have one of them. You're gonna see Ned's head bouncing up the concrete like Gwen Stacy.
Ooh, that's rough.
That's not funny, bro. But no, look, as long as they stick to one tone, because damn it, Amazing Spider-Man 2 had 85 different tones, bro. I need to stick to one tone. I don't mind if it's dark or whatever, right? Because Spider-Man's life is dark, so we can see how that goes. I just don't, like I said, I just don't want it to go too far into what Spider-Man 2 had did, because there was elements in Spider-Man 2 that was good. It's just a lot of them, you know, saying the elements. It was kind of like, where are you trying to go with it? You trying to be serious, or you trying to be, you know, campy or whatever? And so I'm cool with that. We're hearing a lot of stuff right now from this movie. I'm guaranteeing you, y'all gonna know something here. Matter of fact, when is D23? Because D23, that's probably when we gonna probably hear some stuff. So we'll see, man. I'm not sure, but yeah, like I said, I'm cool with it. I'm cool either way, man. I just want this movie to be good. That year kind of got me nervous, but we'll see how that goes. Yeah. Not the first movie to get a movie.
Yeah, end of this month.
Okay. End of this month. Okay. That'll work, man. That probably will work. All right, let's see what we got next, y'all. So check this out, man. Tom Hardy said Venom and Spider-Man crossover nearly happened. Okay, we'll see. Let me see. Put this in the people. So this is what he had to say, y'all. He said, we got close. We got as close as I could possibly imagine getting. Apart from doing a film together, which I would have loved to have done because that just means so much fun. He said, for all the reasons that you explained, ultimately in there, fundamentally, for me, it would be, hold on, put this out the way. Fundamentally, for me, it would be for the kids because, you know, as much as adults love superhero films, as you can tell by the box office when they're successful, I think I'm constantly reminded by children how important these characters are and that they don't know why their favorite characters aren't in films together. I don't know if he out here preaching or what, but what you think on this one, cuz? What you think on this?
Yeah, it kind of upsets me that they didn't allow for it to happen already. That they know what everybody was hoping for. They kept teasing it as well, just to I still don't understand the whole point of having a Spider-Verse without Spider-Man.
What?
It's I would never understand that. And for Venom is for what it was. It was enjoyable, and you always want the opportunity of Venom and Spider-Man to cross paths. You always want that. For them to not have done it at this point with this Spider-Man, it has been very upsetting at this point. So hopefully they'll get it corrected in the near future. But yeah, this one has been a misstep, a massive misstep.
What you think, Big J?
I think they had a perfect opportunity to correct that when they did the No Way Home, when they had Tom, when they brought back Toby and they brought back Andrew. Andrew had already said that he wouldn't mind going back and being the Spider-Man of the spum see that's Sony Spider-Man character, whatever
Mm-hmm.
universe. They said he wanted to be that, and they talked about it, and he could have been the one that interacted with all those other characters and tied that together. They had its own universe, which would have fixed all the problems that they had, where you had a universe of Spider-Man characters with no Spider-Man in it, and they couldn't reference him, which was just dumb.
Yeah.
So that was them being stubborn, and so now I think they're to the point where they're like, well, we're not going to do it anymore without Marvel, because they know that they can't do it well without Marvel, and I think that's kind of the thought. That's why they canceled all the rest of the projects they had, was because they didn't want to continue to try and push down that path if they didn't have Spider-Man, and they don't want to contractually pull Spider-Man because every time they try to do a Spider-Man movie themselves, they screw it up because the Sony execs get involved and mess it up because they don't, like, ooh, what if we put everybody in the movie at the same time, and we got 300 characters, let's put all 300 of them in the movie. It's bad guys,
So
And
no way
never
you saying
mentioned Spider-Man.
they don't do ever miss some Spider-Man. So no way you saying they got a product that they don't know nothing about.
Yep.
So I'm just trying to make sure I'm getting this right. You own a coffee shop, but you don't know nothing about coffee.
What did we talk about with WB the same way?
Mm-hmm.
Well, at least WB starting to kind of clean up their act by adding a studio for their product. We still waiting on that with Sony. They don't know what they're doing. But what you think on that, BA?
Y'all said it. I ain't got nothing to say. I ain't got a damn thing. It's the most asinine thing that you could think of. How do you not have both of them in a movie? Like BJ just said, you could have had Andrew Garfield. He is a fan first, and he was all for it. He kept pushing for it.
My favorite.
At this point, I didn't even need this from him. He could have just kept that. It doesn't matter, and nobody blaming you. So why would you even say it? I don't know. But no, they right. You right. Everybody right.
Quick theory I heard going around the interwebs. So supposedly Tom Holland's supposed to, in Secret Wars is when he got the black suit.
Mm-hmm.
So supposedly he's going to get the black suit here coming up pretty soon, and then eventually going to go through that same arc that the Spider-Man went through in the comics, and they're going to have a new Eddie Brock within the 616 that's going to get that symbiote. That's the theory going around right now, and I'm not mad at that at all. So that way we will have a Eddie Brock in the MCU with Spider-Man and finally on the screen together or whatever. So,
but here's the question:
Hmm?
If they do that, will we get Tom Holland? Yeah, Tom Holland doing the dance with the hands over the head and the pelvic thrusting and the finger guns. You know what I'm saying? Because if it ain't, then that's not really going to be a Venom movie in Spider-Man. If we need that with the symbiote, or
he's a dancer.
I know, that's what I'm saying. He got to do, like I said, hands
he's
up.
He's going to have a montage. I guarantee
he's
going to have a montage. He's going to be dancing. It might not be that, but I got him dancing.
I need to see finger guns. Yep.
Listen,
finger guns.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if they do that, I'm gonna need Marvel to ship back my wallet right now. Just go ahead and ship back my wallet. That's man. But no, that's a theory going around though, man. That's a theory because remember he still got that little piece of Venom here somewhere in the 616. So we'll see. But let's turn the page. This is the last one here, y'all.
Let's go.
Prepare myself for this, bro. So check this out. BA's favorite movie right here, man. BA's favorite movie right here, man. We're gonna talk about War of the Worlds, man. Check this out, man. BJ said he wanted to thank me for letting him watch the movie, man. You welcome, man. War of the World starring Ice Cube has received a Dame Lillard on Rotten Tomatoes. This is not fake, y'all. This is real. 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. 11% audience score. Who in the heck gave it 11? Probably one of y'all. I know one of y'all like this movie on the low. It's okay.
It was O'Shea Jr. O'Shea Jr. gave it a 5-star.
Probably. Go ahead, BA. What you think, man? What you think, man?
This gave me After Earth vibes. Will Smith and everything. Like I'm just gonna pay the actor just to make facial expressions the entire movie. And who better than Ice Cube, right? That was the first thing that came. Like Ice Cube, he got to do it, right? Let's put some gray hair on him, age him up a little bit. He'll sell it. He'll sell it. He'll do a great job. You forget that this is actually War of the Worlds. Like you forgot that. I forgot that was this movie. I just thought like this is just Ice Cube being Ice Cube. Like they have him do facial reactions on the nighttime shows and stuff like that. Like Jimmy Fallon and stuff. That's what this was. I didn't see. I was like, yo, is anybody going to die? Is anybody going to get scooped up? Like, it's just none of that's going to happen. Like, I mean, people died, but I didn't see
anybody going to die.
The little white lady died that was in Tulsa King. She died, but that was about it. This whole thing about data breaches and it's a hybrid, and I was like, yo, what we doing? What is this that I'm watching? And then his son is the person that's doing the thing with the thing, and then out of nowhere, his daughter is like a biology expert and genius, and she adds, they uploaded. I said, yo, what? So his family is just perfect for the death of the world. They can counter what's happening and. Man, this. I
don't know how you don't believe. I don't know how you don't believe that, BA. I don't know how you don't believe
this
that.
This is a beautiful put together movie. I don't understand how I got a 0 or an 11. It should be at least 80 and 80. It was everything that I would want in a War of the Worlds data breach movie at the highest level. Shout out to the whole thing being on somebody's cell phone / computer / laptop / drones. That was the movie itself. Excellently, well done.
What up, Big J?
I mean, if they needed to do with gray hair to sit there with glasses on and make faces, I could have been doing that all this time. You know what I'm saying? I would have taken a paycheck. That's why I said, let me put my glasses on and start making faces at the screen, because I'm saying that's $1 million check.
And then deliver your lines very flat. Can you do that? Can you deliver your lines very flat?
Yeah, I can do that.
I love y'all. Man, right there. You know what I'm saying? There you go, right there. But what do you think though, BJ? What you think, man?
I was upset when you first said it because I saw the movie pop up a few days ago and I'm like, ooh, that looks stupid. And then you were like, we're gonna talk about it. I'm like, oh man. So I watched the first 30 minutes. I'm like, yeah, no, this is stupid. It's like everything looked like he was doing, like you said, on the cell phone. I'm like YouTube popping up. I'm like, what is this? This looks foolish. It's like it looked like a fake version of everything. Because like I said, I was just like, dude, no.
Overfield.
I was not impressed. I didn't even get it all the way through, even though the movie was only an hour and 27 minutes. They couldn't even give me an hour and a half.
Oh my god!
So I was like, come on, man. It was terrible.
God, bro. What you think, cuz?
Not my War of the Worlds.
Don't be a hater, man.
It's not my War of the Worlds.
It was a movie.
War of the Worlds. It was a movie. It was something that happened.
Did
it? At the
they could have chose the other kind for that. They could have kept Caucasians on this one.
Bro, they waste the name of this movie. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. No. You're not wrong though. It's like this isn't. It's like how's this War of the Worlds? And there was like where was the war? Like, and it's just they coming after data. They're just they collected all this data, so now they come here. It's like what? Like that's what made the Tom Cruise War of the World so good. Yeah, because they were actually going after people. It's like that's the uniqueness of the Earth was the humans. So this is why they came. But this is like, it's just data. It's like, well, can we just create a bunch of data and just send it up into space and let them go after it? Like, what are we doing here? I don't know. It was. I'm upset that I just waited. I wasted 90 minutes of my time today.
Yeah, I blame
y'all
Rep
being
for
nice.
sure.
Yeah,
It's all
Y'all
Rep.
being nice, bro. Y'all being nice. Let me tell you how this happened for me, y'all. I was minding my own business. My wife gets a lot of her ideas from like TikTok and stuff, right? So people on TikTok were telling me I gotta watch this movie. They didn't really tell her. Well, they didn't tell them what the movie was about, like how bad or good it was. They were like, I gotta watch this movie.
number 2
And so
movie in on
she was
Prime.
in there, she was doing her hair or whatever. She said because she usually watches stuff on her phone while she doing stuff in the bathroom, and so she was like, she stopped doing her hair and ran to the living room and said, "Babe, sit down. We gotta watch this." And what are you watching? War of the Worlds. Like, oh, okay, yeah, I did see the little promo for it or whatever. So we sit down and she didn't say nothing. I was wondering like why she being quiet. I'm like, okay, she's watching it because she wanted to see my reaction to the movie. Listen, I'm gonna say something. Have y'all ever seen something so bad that you just gotta finish it to see how in the heck it ends or whatever? That's how we felt.
You gotta see how it
Like you
ends,
said, Big
You
J.
gotta see how it ends.
You gotta see it through.
Yeah,
You gotta see
you
it
gotta
through. I'm
see it.
sorry.
Yeah,
So
you gotta commit
what
now.
you said, Big J, with the 30 minutes, bro. We sat there. I swear to God, bro. We kept looking at each other the whole time this movie was going on, bro. Like, I don't. But wait, what? Like BJ would be able to name all that stuff off. That's what we were saying.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I was trying to make sure I'm getting this right. They feed off of data. Then why are they attacking the people? They're probably this high intelligent race of beings. You could have just sent like a drone or something down and siphon data out off the planet or whatever. Why did you have to go through all this stuff where you're killing folks as if like you're trying to? Normally they didn't come here to for our resources like food or oxygen or water, nothing like that. They came for data. They came for binary codes. They feed off of zeros and ones. But you came and destroyed the planet and was killing people for what? Then on top of that, I hope y'all like an hour and a half long Amazon commercial. What was that?
The drone.
I'm like, I was like, I don't believe this. Then they tried to have they tried to, bro. Oh my God, bro. Bruh. Then they tried to have a twist in the movie. Where like I think you said it, Big J. His son was the hacker the whole time or whatever. Did anybody else seen that? I caught that a mile away. We already knew that what the case was. Like I told my wife that I was sitting there like, baby, his son gonna be the hacker. Then later on in the movie, he said they're trying to piece together the voice and all that stuff. It's like we already knew that the son was a hacker. Like he said some stuff again in the movie that kind of gave it away. It's like we foreshadowed it already. So it's like, bro, we already knew who the hacker was. And so we gonna say BJ. Oh, you on mute?
Something important. We can't hear you.
They done got the Big J.
I said they stole my data. No, I said you didn't say spoiler alert before you started going on this long exposition of what was going to happen and gave away the plot twist. Now everybody will be mad at you because you ruined the movie that everybody was rushing. It's the number 2 movie in the country right now on Amazon.
Behind Superman and yeah. That's right. But listen, I'm finna say, man, listen, I'm gonna say this though. I want to apologize to Morbius. I want to apologize to Madam Web. I will never talk about those movies again, bro. This movie is the absolute worst movie I've ever seen in my life. And the crazy part about it, I want y'all to think about this too. This movie was shelved for 5 years. They made it during 2020 during the pandemic. They shelved it for 5 years and decided to bring it out now. Like so who sat in the office bro, who said at Amazon? It was like exactly. I don't know who said at Amazon. Said, you know what, bro, this should not be sitting up. Let's go ahead and drop this. This is gonna be a banger right here. This is worse than a Tubi movie. This was that bad, bro. Like oh my God, man. Like you said, they kept doing stupid stuff. The daughter supposed to be so smart. The dad telling her to stay in the building. She running out there. You pregnant, by the way. You see what's going on. You running out in the world where the aliens are.
By her leg.
pulling stuff out your leg. Your dad said leave it in there. It might be an artery or something. No, I'm gonna do it anyway. Then said you cut back to her. She fainting because she lost blood. I'm just like, oh my god.
And
I'm
at that
gonna
point,
thank you
what
guys for
father
watching this movie.
stays behind the computer? What father stays behind the computer while your pregnant daughter is bleeding out? That's all.
He couldn't get
Who
up. He
stays?
couldn't get up. He couldn't get up. Remember?
You
So
find a
he was
way.
on lockdown.
Why were you the
Mhm.
only one still in the building? Everybody else left. Like I don't understand. Like
It was Sunday. The U.S. military or the U.S. government doesn't keep track of. They don't need as many people with terrorism.
gotcha.
Just
The
have
acting
one
was
person.
bad. The CGI was bad. Everything was bad about this movie. It's one of those movies, y'all. It's so bad. We want you to go watch it and make a drinking game out of it. That's how bad it is. What you would say, Big J? That's how bad it was.
I'm flabbergasted at just the way you're doing this movie like they did Ironheart, like they did Eyes of Wakanda.
I can't relate, bro. You know I can't relate.
You shoot down as a black man trying to make content for y'all out here, and you just stabbing him in his heart. You know what I mean?
Man. Hey, somebody did say that too. They were like, "Man, I love more Ice Cube, but man, bro, nah, this ain't it, bro. This is not it, man. Oh my god, how they get this? This is a 0, man. Somebody said if they could do negatives on Rotten Tomatoes, they would have given it a negative, bro. That's how bad this movie was. Oh my
They should have
god.
paid us to watch it.
Yeah, pay us to watch this. I'm glad it's one of the movies you got to pay for on Prime, bro. You can just watch it straight up. But
I would
I'd have been mad, bro. I would have been mad.
I would have sent you a
Should just
Zelle
named it something else.
request.
Man,
Listen, if they would have named it something else, it would have had a shot.
yeah. Because I remember when my wife was like, "Yeah, this is War of the Worlds." I was watching. I'm like, "This is War of the Worlds?" Like, remember, it took a while for them to get to the aliens. I'm like, "So where the aliens? This ain't War of the Worlds." They had a whole different movie at the beginning of the movie, and then it just completely switched over to aliens. It's like, wait, what? What happened? How'd you get here? I was like, okay. So, but yeah, man, that's pretty much what we got, y'all. Let's go ahead and show some love to Playback.
Thank you to our friends over at Playback for this segment. Pause. If you're tired of the national media and the annoying ways they sometimes cover sports and other events, give the Glow Sun Production channel on Playback a try. We cover new and old school basketball, wrestling, and geek culture. And just recently, we've added boxing, mixed martial arts, anime, and even video gaming. So if you have time in your busy day, give our channel on Playback a look and check out some of our replays while you're at it. Another special shout out to our favorite at Playback. Back to the show.
All right, man. Let's get to a few of these comments and we can call it a night, fellas. So check it out. Salam says, what's up? He says, Black Panther 3 before the reset of Secret Wars. It's going to be after. Yeah, it's going to probably be after Secret Wars. It's going to probably be part of that whole reset thing that Ken Feige was talking about. Shout out to Devin, man, of We Talk Combat's BA's co-host. He says, what's up, fellas?
What's up, man?
Salam also says Marvel spoiled everyone's box office expectation with Avengers Endgame made $1 billion. I think it made more than that. I think it made $2 billion, didn't it?
Opening weekend.
Oh, okay. He says, Oh, yeah. Says people act like everything is a failure after that. Yeah. Because like you said, it's people. It's what people expect with the whole Marvel thing, which is why I was asking earlier. Like, I think Marvel gonna get back to that same kind of like, that same shine. But we'll see, man. Devin also says, I just watched Jurassic World at home and it released in theaters. Dang, July 2nd. Oh, it showed it. I saw that on the Amazon Fire Stick. Yeah, you can rent it now.
That's crazy.
We were just talking about. Yeah, we were just talking about that. He said, I'm not mistaken. It's still in theaters. Yeah, I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
So, Salam also says, Endgame was in the theaters 5 months. Yeah. Says, man, 45-day theater run, then straight to streaming deal has screwed up the box office. Yeah, it has. It's second worst behind. Remember they had the day-to-day movies where you had the movie out in the movie theater or on streaming or whatever. So yeah. Devin says, I'm sure AI is going to become more prevalent in Hollywood movies making, and that's going to affect movies budgets big time. Man, they're trying to fight against that right now. So
that was War of the Worlds.
Yeah.
That was an AI movie.
Oh my God, bro.
And on that
The
note,
AI ate the movie is what happened. You forget the AI ate the movie.
Hey, I'm wishing they used AI. That's how bad it was. It would have been better. So Devin says, oh, he's talking to Salon. Let's see. Devin says, hey, it worked for worked in Watch Dogs. Oh, he's probably talking to Salam on that one. He says, the part I was mad about is when Q figured out his boss was behind it and decided to confront him over a Teams call.
This
What
is
do
why
you
they should have
expect to?
released it. This is why they should have released it during the pandemic. It would have made more sense. It still would have been a bad movie, but it would have made more sense.
You're right. That now I see what you're saying. Yeah, that do make sense because
Yeah.
we had to talk to each other on Zoom calls and stuff, bro. Because Zoom was popular
Yeah.
around the that's that's a good point. That's a good point. Because right, like right now, it don't make no sense. Devin says, "How about how the aliens took the data, but Q was still making video calls and writing?" Oh man! And then what they do? All they did was send in like a fake data or something or whatever to a virus or whatever. It's like, how do you know that was gonna work? Like, oh my god, bro! So this little family is the one who saved the whole entire world, huh? Okay.
That's crazy.
Salon says,
y'all
gotta be. He said, "I gotta be hate. It's not that bad, is it?" Yes, Salon. I mean,
go watch it.
You gotta watch it.
Please go watch it. Please go watch it.
And then come back Saturday.
I'll say he a regular. Just come back. Just come back.
Yes,
let us know.
Go watch it and then come back Saturday and let us know what you think, bro. Oh my god, bro. Devin says he keeps spying on his daughter, but never on his son. He could have easily figured out he's a hacker. But that's a good point though. You spied on the wrong person. That's a good point.
You
bro.
know how deep
Don't
worry about my son. He be all right.
Yeah, the daughter. You're right. He was still remoting the drones and microwaves, but couldn't get out the building. I mean, y'all mentioning too much stuff, man. Y'all need to just enjoy the movie for what it is, all right? Academy Awards out here, man. Don't do that. But yeah, that's pretty much it, y'all. We definitely appreciate everybody, man, geeking out with your boys per usual, man. It's a good one today. We'll be back here on Saturday for more geek content. Also, too, y'all follow us on our other channel because we geek clips. We sure to have the condensed versions on that channel, so we definitely would use you guys' help to grow that channel. And also, too, guys, like I said, man, hit that subscribe button. Join us here. Hit the likes for us, man. We definitely would appreciate that. And with all that being said, man, this is your boy Real. Got my cuz Will. Got Big J, BA in the building. We will be back here Saturday morning, y'all. Stay geeked. And we out.